My
And
gosh, yes.
you burn one bridge, you probably burn 10.
You hit a very touchy subject to me because work ethic. Work ethic is a huge part of a successful talent. And, you know, this happened at a commercial job that I cast dancers on, and one dancer overbooked herself. And in the middle of the shoot, she's rushing the choreographer and the director that she had to leave because she had to hit a rehearsal. Mind
Mm,
you, this is a SAG
job.
union commercial job that was 2 days of work. She knew what it was, she knew what the job entailed, and she accepted the booking. And I had to sit down and explain to her, you know, this is not your first rodeo, this is a union job. You know that you don't just tell everybody what you need to do because you have to get to another job. It doesn't work that way. So then she starts blaming it on her agent and her manager. And I'm like, you got to take full accountability. If they're overbooking you and they're not representing you well, this is not a good face for you. So you need to start reflecting on work ethic because that's going to follow you. That was 3 years ago, no, 2 years ago, and I'm still talking about it because it struck a chord. The
Yeah.
whole shoot. And everybody's looking at me and like, does she not know what the hours are? Why is she rushing? And that came down on me as the casting person. So I had to call her agent, I had to call her manager, and they're all acting like, oh my God, we didn't know about it. And she's blaming it on them. So
Wow.
you as a talent have to take accountability. You don't just push everything to your agent and manager, why you're not working, why you're overworked. Everybody's always going to blame it on somebody, right?
Yeah.
So I always say, you know, I had to sit her down and explain to her how it works, and she starts crying on the set. And I said, I don't know if you know what I do, what I've done. I said I was a dance agent once, and if this thing you're trying to pull right now was a client of mine, I would have dropped you in an instant because that's not a good look for the agency.
Yeah.
So again, as a talent representative, the persons that you represent is a reflection of you.
Ah, that's a good point. Yeah. That's another way to look at it. Yep.
So if they're going out on auditions looking half ready because they don't know, guess who they're going to blame that on? You as their representative. Oh, my agent didn't tell me that. You know how many times I used to sneak at auditions and just hide on the back behind the scenes just to see what my clients are doing on the set. And then I hear them saying, oh, my agent didn't tell me that. And then I just pop up and stick my head out and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I think I forgot. They're so
Yeah.
quick to blame somebody else because they don't do their homework. And that's another thing. If you're going out on auditions, you're submitting materials, do your homework. You need to know what you're submitting your stuff for. Don't just do blind submissions because you have your ready material that's what you send out to everything. You
Yeah.
got to cater your submissions to what we're looking for as a casting director. If you're not going to make the time, I'm not going to make the time to get you in that show. Simple.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I love the truth, and I think everybody who's an entertainer should really listen to it because it's important. And, you know,
Well, a lot of
especially,
people forget. A lot of people forget because they think they're the talent and they're bookable and they're going to work all the time, right?
yeah.
And like you said, it's a very small industry. Everybody talk to each other. They ask each other questions. I get this all the time with fellow casting directors, and they say, "You worked with so and so. How did that person do on that job?" You know?
And you're going to tell the truth, you know?
Oh, I sure will. I won't sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
No matter how good of a talent you are, but if you're going to be a problem child, I will let them know.
So here's the deal. She's going to work harder for you and make sure you get the job and make sure that you're ready and prepared for it. But you know, once you bring it to the table, it's up to you to continue with that the gift that she already gave. So,
Absolutely. We're just there to open the doors for you, but you also have to work twice as hard to get in.